Welcome back to our channel. Today's story is about a brave female U.S. Army officer who was forced to choose between her marriage and her duty to her country. She loved her husband with all her heart, but one difficult decision changed her life forever. Now, let's begin. Jessica Miller was a proud U.S. Army officer and happily married to her husband, Michael. They lived a peaceful life and dreamed about their future together. Jessica believed she could balance both her marriage and military career. Little did she know, those dreams were about to be tested. One evening, Jessica received orders for an overseas deployment. When she shared the news with Michael, his reaction shocked her. "Jessica, I can't keep living like this," he said. He wanted her to leave the Army and stay home with him. Jessica sat quietly, trying to understand his feelings. But serving her country wasn't just a job, it was her purpose. For the first time in their marriage, they found themselves standing on opposite sides of a difficult choice. Days passed, and the arguments became more frequent. Michael gave her an ultimatum. It's either me or the Army. Jessica's heart broke. She loved her husband deeply, but she had sworn an oath to serve her country. With tears in her eyes, she replied, "I love you, but I can't abandon my duty." Those words changed everything. A few weeks later, Michael packed his belongings and left. Jessica stood at the doorway, watching him walk away. The man she once imagined growing old with was now leaving her life. The house suddenly felt empty. That night, she sat alone, staring at their wedding photo, wondering if she had made the right decision. Jessica deployed overseas and focused entirely on her mission. During the day, she worked tirelessly alongside her fellow soldiers. But every night, loneliness returned. She missed the life she once had. Despite the pain, she continued helping others and leading her team with courage. Her broken heart never stopped her from doing her duty. One day, Jessica met Daniel, a military medic assigned to her base. Unlike others, Daniel never judged her choices. He admired her strength and dedication. Whenever she felt discouraged, Daniel listened patiently and encouraged her to keep moving forward. Over time, a strong friendship began to grow between them. Months passed, and Daniel became Jessica's closest friend. He understood the sacrifices military life demanded. One evening, while watching the sunset, Jessica shared her painful story. Daniel simply smiled and said, "Anyone who leaves you because you followed your dream never deserved to stop you." For the first time in years, Jessica felt her heart beginning to heal. As their friendship grew stronger, so did their feelings. Daniel respected her career and supported her goals. He never asked her to choose between love and duty. Instead, he stood beside her. Jessica realized that true love doesn't force impossible choices. True love supports your dreams. After returning home, Daniel invited Jessica to a quiet lakeside park. As the sun began to set, he looked into her eyes and held her hand. "Jessica, you've spent your life protecting others. Now let me spend my life protecting your heart." Then he proposed. Tears filled her eyes as she happily said, "Yes." A year later, Jessica and Daniel were married. Unlike her past relationship, this marriage was built on trust, respect, and support. Jessica continued serving in the Army, and Daniel stood proudly beside her. Looking back, she realized that losing someone who couldn't accept her dreams had opened the door to someone who truly valued them. Sometimes, the right person arrives after the hardest goodbye.